Time to lay down the preen weed preventer, put down the weed block fabric. I might salvage some of this topsoil, and I have 4 new bags. Let's get moving. You know, walking on it made me realize how uneven it is, so I'm going to throw a bag of topsoil on it. These 2 bags, let's rake it out. Much better. Now let's add a little more weed preventer so that this isn't all for nothing, and roll out the fabric. Being real generous so that this isn't for nothing, so I want nothing to grow here. Much better. Let's roll it out. You may have noticed that this had been sitting outside all winter with no amount of love, so we're going to have to trim that jagged edge. We're going to do a little handful of rocks in each corner to help weigh it down so it stays even as we roll it out. We're going to go right up to the edge of the last bit of weed fabric that I didn't pull up before, because that's about where we have to start making our slope. And then we're going to cut and roll 1 more row for this side. It's going to overlap a little bit, but that's fine with me. Let's drop some rocks on it and then we'll rake the rest. But I want the barrier kind of closed off, maybe a little bit of a layer on, just so that I don't start raking rocks underneath the fabric. It's my first time doing this with rocks. If y'all have any tips, let me know. Let's see if we can volume rake the rest of these rocks back on. So the good news is raking it with the little barrier works great. The better news is it's easier to move them back than it was to move them off. But the bad news is it is still hard. Okay, this section is more or less done. Could use some more rocks from that pile, but I gotta get to work, so we're gonna pick this up later.